Well, hello, beautiful. How are you doing? Would you like some good news? Would you like something that cheers you up a little bit? I think we could all use a little bit of that these days. Well, there is actually good news for all of us. And that is that the rat race is ending. Or perhaps it's imploding on itself. You know, the rat race, the thing that many of us have been complaining about. Well, I never really complained about it, but it was kind of a common grievance among modern humans. The rat race. Having to stay busy, stay relevant, keep earning those dollars, figure out how to earn enough so that you can set some aside for later for retirement. Kids' college, all that stuff. Pay back those student loans. The rat race. The force that created the rat race, of course, is this the industrializer in us, the utilitarian philosophy that took hold during the Industrial Revolution. We created all these things to speed up absolutely everything that we did and knew how to do, and that created an explosion of wealth creation and jobs, and it pulled everybody away from family, from the farm, from rural areas. It said, come to the city, come to the central location where the machines are, and operate the machines. And that ushered in a whole new era, a whole industrial era of manufacturing and making. And now that same agent, that same force, said, come and build, come and make, is saying, never mind, I actually don't have any use for you anymore. Go figure something else out. Because the industrializer figured out how to make a neural network and how to subsume all of your skill, your knowledge, and claim it all for himself. A robber baron in the truest sense of the word. Robber barons robbed you of meaning, of your family, of your lineage, having any sense of association with your own name. And now the robber baron is disposing of you and saying, whoops, never mind. But isn't that a good thing? That's my question today. Isn't that a good thing? To be let go from the clutches of this beast that has held us so firmly for centuries. Now, don't get me wrong, everyone's still going to have to work. We're all still going to have to work. But I think we'll probably be going back to a one-parent provider model, which would be very nice. It would be very nice to have a parent that is always at home with the kids. Now, I imagine, and this is a kind of a twist to the whole story here, that the future upbringers are going to be men, and women will be the worker bees. Now, as to, I guess, whether or not the worker bee women will actually want a stay-at-home dad, or prefer to stay single, is another question. But I think during this transitionary period, we're going to see a lot of unemployed men and gainfully employed women. And that's because, artificial intelligence, there's going to be jobs for people, in particular those areas where people would rather work with people to do those jobs. Areas of where trust is needed, compassion, a kind of interpersonal warmth is needed, like what you might experience in a hospital or a elderly care facility, medical professionals in general, customer service people. There are a lot of jobs where people are just not going to want to interface with a machine. And for those jobs, we'll be hiring people, but most likely women. And so men are going to be the dads, going to be the stay-at-home dads. And you know what? I'll take it. I'll take that. That's kind of been my life. Although I've had to kind of wear the hat of provider and stay-at-home dad. I've had to do both things as a single dad. But I hope men and women come together and become a team. Once again, where each are contributing a different part to the equation. And that's all a good thing. People will return to family, I think. People will return to, maybe people will start leaving the city. We'll go back to the agricultural areas, build farms, grow food. I see it happening. I see an extreme version of that where people are just off-gridding completely and disconnecting from the matrix, is what they say. But I think along with that, there's going to be a more moderate version of it where people are just going to be moving back to an older version, a slower paced version of life, which is a good thing. So that's the good news I have for you all today. That's my update. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're taking care of yourself and staying healthy. Go out on a daily walk and plan for the future. Thanks for watching.